Hello, my name is Colleen Valerio. We invite you to join us as we go through the next video series all about real life in the Dominican Republic and everything that you need to know. We are sitting at beautiful Bergantin restaurant in Puerto Plata, which used to be, way back in the day, the Ladies Club of Puerto Plata. Now it's a restaurant and one of our favorites, everybody's favorite. Best clam chowder anywhere, even more than Boston. It's a great place to show up and just hang out for the day. Loud, I'm sorry about the motorcycles and the cars going by, but it is right downtown. So anyway, today we're going to talk about what it costs to really live here. But we're also going to get into, more of your fixed costs. If you come for several months of the year or you move here permanently, what are your static costs and things like that. Security is the biggest cost of any part of any subdivision fee or condo fee because it's human cost, it's actual wages. Right. In the case of a villa development, there's a large periphery that you need to secure. And this is a great thing. We talked a bit about that in another video where why do we have security? And the reason that we have it is because many of us do not live here full time. It's having someone take care of your property when you're not here. Because we do sell in projects that, like Casa, have a big administration component so that it's a lock up and leave property so that when you lock that door, you go to the airport, someone's taking care of your house in your absence. Also, securities, many are trained in CPR. They're there for whatever problems you may have on site. And, they're going to notice if something's wrong, at least on the outside of your villa. We also have properties where they look after the inside of your house or your condo. So, if you have a water leak or whatever, but not so much for it's not that it's unsafe here. It's not that. This is a very safe country, particularly more than most, dare I say Mexico and some of those places. We have a very low crime rate and a very high, happy, active living rate here. But anyway, that's part of your cost is 70% of that would be your security. In a condo, you have all of those same things, but they're looking after a common area, swimming pool. Your water is included in those costs. Often your cable, it depends on the building, but anywhere between $200 and $500 a month, depending on the project. Things like insurance. I find insurance expensive here, and there's several kinds of insurance, and they're up to you whether you want them or not. One is medical. Medical actually is very inexpensive, pardon me. We pay, for my husband and I, we pay less than $2,000, $1,800 US a year for full coverage, 80% coverage. So unfortunately, he's had to use the medical system here quite a bit. He has chronic kidney stones, often spends time in hospital, has had several surgeries, different procedures, and we're presented with a bill for less than $10 when we leave after a 4 or 5 day hospital stay. We find the medical coverage here excellent. Very inexpensive. It does cover some dental as well and some prescriptions. For our American buyers, they are astounded at how inexpensive it is. Those of us that are Canadian, I'm from Alberta, we're not used to paying anything. We're like, we have to pay, but still less than $2,000 a year for the level and top-notch care that we receive here is really good. Other insurance would be house insurance. This is the one I find a bit higher than what I'm used to. I pay about $1,600 a year to insure my house, which is a big house and all of its contents, and that's insured for everything, including earthquake, hurricanes, which we don't get here, but because it's countrywide coverage, pretty much anything you can imagine, theft, anything at all, we are insured for. Some people here choose not to have house insurance, which I guess I'm just a big believer in always being overinsured, but many of our buyers just don't. They figure most houses are made out of solid concrete. What's the worst that's going to happen? So it's really your choice. The other insurance would be auto insurance if you buy a vehicle, which we can talk about as well. We pay, everything's under $2,000 a year. We pay between, and here it's different. It follows the car, not the driver. So some places it's a bit different, but it depends on the age of your vehicle and the replacement value. We have paid as much as $2,000 a year. We're down to about $1,200 because our vehicle's getting a little older, and every year when we go back to Canada, we cancel the insurance and reinstate it. And that's for full coverage. So that would be collision. We've had a few fender benders here where someone's run into us and we've had to get some body work. They've given us a rental car, fixed the vehicle, no problems, no questions asked, all great. So the insurance here is quite, actually I think it's better than what I'm used to. We get all the same services and
coverage.
Yeah, it's actually really great. when I do go back to Canada, I find a lot of sticker shock. Now, a lot of it depends on how you shop. You know, I also know how to keep my costs down in Canada too. Overall, I do find the cost of living less. Particularly, it's a much more social lifestyle here. We eat out a lot more. We have more friends. We have more time for friends. People make time for each other here. And I find if I go to have if I eat in a restaurant like Bergantin in Canada, you better get $200 out minimum.
Yes.
Here, I'll spend $50. I guess the message is there are some fixed costs, which we've told you about, but a lot of them, like utilities, are based on your usage, which is no different than where we come from. So next video is going to be about, I wish I'd done this sooner, and who our buyers really are, and see if it's you. And then also talk about what's bad here, because that traffic one buys one of them. We'll talk a bit about that too, so come and see us again.
If you like our videos, please remember to actually like them on YouTube and also subscribe so you see stuff from us all the time. As we finish this series, we'll do other things all about real life in the Dominican. Join us again.